Hey everybody, Bodie Fernandez here today, and today I'm with Fernandez, and today we're going to be doing our second episode of the Fernandez Bros Show video podcast. Today's title is Disc Golf Draft. Let's hop straight into it. Apron, how about you explain the rules?
So today we will be doing a disc golf draft, and the rules for the draft are each person will pick a brand, and they will have to select from that brand's lined up for a certain category of disc. So the first category will be distance drivers, and then you have fairway drivers. And so for these categories, we have to pick 3 discs: understable, stable, and overstable, and the plastic type. And so that changes with each category. For example, we only get 1 approach disc / throwing putter. We only get to choose 1. We only get 1 putter. And at the very end, we need to choose a bag as well to fit our discs into. And the goal of today is to try to make the most ideal and bag that we could make in this draft. So why don't we do rock, paper, scissors, and let's start off our draft. Okay, Bodie, you win.
Okay, I'll start first. Obviously, I'm picking dynamic discs. Who wouldn't? Overstable Enforcer. It's just a meat hook. It's always going to be a meat hook. Just Lucid. Lucid is great plastic, and it's always going to be meaty. That's just the greatest part about Enforcer. Stable, obviously a Raider, the best distance driver ever. My favorite distance driver, and if you aren't throwing a Raider, you seriously need to. It's just it's going to change your bag, and it's going to change.
What plastic?
I would choose Fusion because it can beat in faster, and it's really nice. But I do like Lucid as well. And for the understable, I personally don't throw anything understable from dynamic discs, but I'd probably choose the Captain. It seems like a nice understable disc, and it's just not a very fast speed. And really, other understable discs like the Freedom are out of production, so I'm just going to choose the Captain. Also Lucid for the Captain.
Okay, Lucid. Okay, you left the door wide open for probably the greatest distance driver lineup in history. So I'm going to go with Discraft because,
obviously,
Discraft has an amazing lineup for distance drivers. So the Force is a staple. It can be a staple in anyone's bag. So I would go ESP Force because ESP is just fantastic. You know what? All my discs in this selection are going to be ESP.
Okay.
Bold,
but okay.
Bold. ESP is a great plastic.
Okay, actually, to be honest, it's not bold, but if you're going for so you said Force for your overstable, right?
Yeah.
If you want a super overstable Force, get a Z Force. But ESP is still nice, so it's not really bold. But if you want to get more overstable on some of your things, get Z.
The thing I have with Z plastic,
it beats in really fast, chips out.
Well, kind of, yeah. The thing is, like Champion plastic from Innova, it gets gummy as it beats in. Like it gets a little softer. And Z plastic, I've had Z plastic discs, they just don't do that. They stay stiff, stiff as a board. It's kind of uncomfortable. That's why I like the ESP because it doesn't get a little gummy. So I would go ESP Force for overstable. It's a staple. You know it's going to dump. You can put Anheuser on it with torque. You know it's going to come back. It's a great overstable disc. For stable, I'm going to go Nuke because kind of overstable out of the box, but you beat it in. I have a Nuke that has actually gotten flippy over time. I've had it for a while, so the Nuke is a great stable disc. And for understable, probably something that's slept on in the Discraft lineup. It's not the Heat. It is not the Thrasher. It's none of those. An understable disc that gets really slept on in the Discraft lineup is the Surge SS.
I don't have one in my bag, but I have thrown yours, and it's very good. I agree. It's very good.
It is slept on, and it's very great. Like the 11-speed rim on the Surge SS is just perfect. It's like the perfect size. So Surge SS, and also an ESP beats in very nicely. So for Bodie, just to recap, he went Lucid Enforcer, he went Fusion Raider, and he went Lucid Captain, and I just went all ESP. And he went Dynamic, I went Discraft, I went ESP Force, ESP Nuke, ESP Surge SS. Those are our distance drivers.
Fairway, right?
On the fairways,
Okay.
so you pick them.
Okay, I'm going again, dynamic discs. Overstable, I am picking a Lucid Felon. Great overstable disc. It's literally the Raptor or the Firebird of dynamic discs. Every company has one. So Lucid, Lucid Felon. Stable. This is a disc that not many people throw, but I don't understand why. The Escape. This disc crushes for me. I can throw this thing, like, this is one of the farthest discs in my bag, and it's only 9 speed. It's very good for someone with my kind of arm speed. I'm a 12-year-old. It's probably also very good for more MA60 kind of players, so it's a very good disc, and it's even good for professionals. I mean, Conan Panis uses it. It's just a great disc. I'll say Lucid, yeah. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll say Lucid. I've had a Fusion Triple Burst, and I've had a Lucid. I still have the Triple Burst right now, but I like Lucid for it. Understable. I don't really throw understable discs that are understable discs fairway from dynamic discs, but I've heard very good things about the Vandal, and I would say Vandal. Again, it's a 9 speed. It's just a tad bit more understable than the Escape out of the box, and it's going to beat in more than the Escape. I'll go Vandal.
Vandal, okay. Lucid or Fusion?
I would say Lucid, because Lucid, it's going to be a little more overstable out of the box, and it's not going to beat in as fast.
Vandal, okay. So, for fairways, I think probably the greatest manufacturer.
He said greatest for both fairway and distance.
Okay. Discraft makes great distance drivers.
They do make good distance drivers. I can't deny it, but I mean, man, you can't go wrong with the Raider. You can't.
The Force and the Nuke are like the two most, like one of the two most widely popular distance drivers. Both made by Discraft. Dynamic makes great discs too. They do. But I just think Discraft probably has the greatest lineup of distance drivers.
I would agree that they have great discs. I wouldn't say the greatest lineup though.
Alright, but when it comes to the greatest manufacturer in lineup of fairways, I have to give it to Innova.
I can also agree that is a great fairway.
Okay, for overstable, I'm going to go Firebird, because I have owned what he is saying, a Felon. I owned 2 Lucid Felons, and I phased them out of my bag. They're sitting in our garage right now in one of our spare bags, because I had them for a while, not like for a year or anything, like within the period of a year. And they went from like overstable and dump, and they went to like, if you put any amount of torque on them, they would like just go straight, might even get a little bit of turn, and then there was a tiny little dump at the end. It's not like a Firebird where you know it's going to dump no matter what. I couldn't really rely on my Felons anymore because they beat in too quickly, even the Lucid ones. So I swapped to the Firebird, and I'm glad that I did. It holds its durability a lot more, and also I like the feel of the Firebird more than the Felon.
The feel of the Firebird is very nice. The Felon's a little more flat. Personally, my favorite overstable fairway is the Captain's Raptor, but I can't say that since I choose dynamic disc. But favorite overstable fairway is by far Captain's Raptor.
So I did Champ Firebird. Stable. The T-Bird feels so great.
It does feel great. I will agree.
And the Star Plastic, it's really nice. I'm going to have to go Star T-Bird for stable. T-Bird is a fantastic fairway. And then understable, you know,
I already know what he's gonna say. It's kind of sad though.
it has to be the Leopard. That's like their
Only understable disc that's like really popular.
fairway. Yeah. I want to go DX because that's terrible. Even though that's probably the most understable fairway you can get.
Probably Champion or.
I would do Star because Star beats in a little quicker.
I've had a Star Leopard. Actually, I still do have a Star Leopard. It wasn't super understable out of the box. Actually, it really wasn't unstable out of the box really at all. But I'm sure if I threw it more, it would beat in.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go Star Leopard as my understable fairway. All right. So to recap, Bodie went Lucid Felon, Lucid Escape, and Lucid Vandal.
All Lucid, bro.
And he's stuck to dynamic. He is not left that at all. And I went Innova. I went Champion Firebird. I went Star T-Bird and then Star Leopard. Okay. And we have had some hot takes so far this
Yes,
episode.
we have.
Some very hot takes about manufacturers. But okay, moving on. 2 mid-ranges. We get 3 mid-ranges. Overstable, stable, and understable.
If Dynamic Discs, if anyone from Dynamic Discs is watching, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to leave you here. Discraft. They have the Malta and the ESP plastic.
Okay,
That's
so
my
you're going
overstable.
Malta?
I'm going Malta for my overstable.
ESP,
ESP.
Malta.
Everything's going to be ESP. Buzz, ESP, 5-time polybeth, ESP Buzz.
Stable?
And I'm about to go, yes, just Buzz, period. And then I'm going to go ESP Buzz for my understable. All buzzes except for the
SS?
Malta.
The Buzz SS?
Yeah, Buzz SS. I'm going to do everything Buzz but the Malta and everything ESP. They just have... The Buzz SS is just such a beautiful disc and it feels great in the hand. The Buzz, you can't go wrong with the Buzz. You can't. And the Malta is a disc that is very, very slept on with the Paul and Beth lineup, and it's very good.
Dang. Okay.
Because he was going to take that. I know he was going to. Because I know he throws the Buzz.
The Buzz is a fantastic disc, but man. You had a good idea of where I might have gone because I love the Buzz. The Buzz is probably the greatest mid-range of all time.
Oh, by far.
And I'm sorry, Rock. I've tried to throw you. You don't work. I'm sorry, Innova. But you were close though.
I'll just say this real quick. I wouldn't say the Buzz is the greatest mid-range of all time, but it's definitely like tied first. Like the Justice is a great mid-range. There's a whole bunch of great mid-ranges that are went on a whole bunch of different companies.
Okay, but you thought I was going to go with Discraft, and that was a good guess, but that was incorrect. I'm actually going with Trilogy.
Ooh. Yeah, what one? You can't choose Trilogy. You have to choose Dynamic Discs, Westside, or Latitude.
Well, they're all made by the same
No,
manufacturer.
it's not made. No, because they're different companies. If you want to throw a Westside disc, you're not throwing a Latitude disc.
We never specified this.
No, Billy, you said brand. Ladies and gentlemen, he said brand. That was one of his rules. Actually, Aikman...
But Trilogy...
Trilogy is not a brand. Trilogy is just a group.
The family.
It's a group. It's a family. Dude, it's like trying to say that you're saying that you're throwing Castoplast discs, so you're calling them Latitude. Even though it's not really Latitude, it's Castoplast.
Oh, dude. Oh, no.
Yeah, because
okay.
now you're screwed.
Yeah, I am screwed because... Oh, dude. Okay. If that's what you're arguing... Oh, my gosh. Okay, if that's what you're arguing, then I'm screwed because I was going to go... because something that a lot of people sleep on for overstable is the Anvil.
It is a very good disc. I will agree.
I was going to go Anvil. I was going to go... what's there? It's VIP. That's the original Lucid. I was going to go VIP, Anvil, and then I was going to go Truth. Lucid Truth, because it's basically a Buzz.
Pretty much, yeah.
And, but I can't do that. I can't do that because...
He has failed my friends miserably.
Oh, man.
He has failed.
Okay, I'm going to have to wing it here. Oh, boy. Wow.
I'll just tell you here, Innova is still open, and they have very good discs. They're very good discs, especially very good stable disc with the Rock and the Mako. So I mean, you have to make your choice.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, well that's the direction I'm gonna have to go in because I really wanted to go Trilogy, but if you do have a point.
You
that
could go Dynamic Discs because
Trilogy is not a brand; it's a group. You're correct. So if we're playing by those rules, then I'm screwed with my Trilogy approach. So okay.
I say just go for Dynamic Discs because they have all three categories, and it's pretty much an Anvil, it's pretty much Justice. And you're gonna go with Truth anyways. I would say Dynamic Discs.
Okay. Yeah. I'm either going Dynamic or Innova. Let me think about this for a second. So, I really don't know about Innova's overstable fairways. Mid-ranges. I have thrown the Justice before. The Justice
It's a very good disc. I do miss my
but
Justices.
I don't think, I've never thrown a Gator. I've never thrown any of the, I've never thrown their overstable mid-ranges. I haven't. So I'm going to have to go with something that I know, and it's going to have to be dynamic. So for overstable, I'm going to go Lucid Justice.
Okay,
that is solid.
That is something. If I wasn't going with dynamic, actually Discraft, I would go with dynamic.
Lucid Justice is solid. I'm going to have to go... Are there Fusion Truths?
There's a Fusion everything, man. Fusion everything.
I do like ESP, like the ESP feel. I probably go, okay, I'm going to go Lucid Truth. Truth is nice, I've thrown that too. An understable. Maybe a Fuse?
I would say Fuse because
isn't the Fuse
the
understable?
Fuse is understable. I would say Fuse if I was going understable with the Fuse is latitude, so you can't go with that. My
Dang
bad.
it. No. Oh man.
Here's the time where you have to use some sort of like.
I'm gonna look it up because I don't know. Like, I've never thrown understable.
Dynamic discs. If you're watching, you're still the best disc manufacturer.
I'm sorry, I've just never thrown your understable.
Well, in my opinion, you're the best disc manufacturer for all discs. That's just
understable, dynamic.
I love you, Dynamic.
Discs.
You make the best discs.
Google was listening to me. They autofilled it before I could even finish it.
They're always listening.
Let me see their lineup. I've only thrown the Justice and the Truth. Man. Okay, so when it comes to 4 speeds. Let me see.
Because that's also a thing with dynamic discs mid-range is their mid-ranges aren't like the biggest point that they have. They make really good fairways and very good putters and very good distances. But like when you go to like mid-ranges, you obviously choose like the Justice and the Truth, but then you might want to go for someone like the Fuse. Like they make the best discs, but the mid-ranges are an area where you might want to go with someone else.
Okay, well, I'm looking at their understable discs, and in the 4-speed category, they have the Bounty, which is a...
The Bounty, I will say, I've heard very good things about the Bounty. I haven't thrown them personally, but I've heard very good things about them.
It's a 4-speed, 5 glide, -1.5 turn, and 0.5 fade.
So it's gonna
That's
be like
understable.
kind of understable out of the box for a mid-range.
I power grip and torque everything, so it's going to be super understable.
Power grip mid-ranges.
Yep, so I'm going to have to go, I'll go Lucid Bounty, because that's probably...
And I'm so glad I won the rock, paper, scissors, because I'm just going to go with something... I'm just going to go with the approach discs, a company that you want to choose. Well, you might want to choose.
Okay, so to recap that round, Bodie took an ESP Malta, he took an ESP Buzz, and he also took an ESP Buzz SS. And I went Lucid Justice, Lucid Truth, and Lucid Bounty. And I'm sorry, Dynamic, that I've never thrown your understable mid-ranges. Alright, moving on to the approach disc round. We only get to pick one approach disc /
Easy, West Side Disc Harp. That I've already made my time. I've already made my mind.
What plastic?
I'm going with...
I have known you thrown so many different plastics.
I've
You've
thrown
thrown
the Orveo
VIP.
and the VIP and one other one. I don't remember the exact name of the plastic. I've a Nick Duran harp that's signed by Nick Duran. It is by far my favorite approach disc I've ever had in my entire life. I would say that plastic. I can't remember that plastic.
Baseline. It's their baseline.
It's baseline, yeah. I just don't remember what the name of the baseline is.
Orgeo.
I'm sorry, Westline. I think Orgeo's the softer one.
No, I think it's Orgeo is the baseline.
Okay, whatever the baseline is, just write down baseline. Or Orgeo, whatever it is. I'm sorry I don't know West Side. I forgot the baseline the baseline plastic name, but I will choose your baseline harp. Without a doubt.
Okay, well that's good.
I already know what he's gonna choose. He's gonna choose the Innova Toro.
I am gonna choose the Innova Toro. I've thrown harps, I've thrown zones, I've thrown pigs. I've been all across the block when it comes to...
I will say pigs are a very, very good disc, but they kind of lost their hype when Ricky left.
Yeah, they lost a little bit of traction.
No offense to you, Innova. No offense. It's still a great disc.
I've thrown everything, and the Toro just feels right. Like the pig, there's no premium plastic pigs. It beats in. Like the closest thing to a premium plastic pig
is like the Pro Ricky ones, but we never got our hands on one because they
or
sold
like
out.
the Berg
Or
from
because we didn't have one.
Castaplast. I have a Berg too. The Berg is really nice. It's either between the Toro and the Berg, but I think I would go with the Berg. The Berg is gonna get cut because the Toro just has more use.
The Berg also, when he throws, no offense, Aikman, when you throw the Berg, he tries to throw it like it's like a 1-speed like meat hook. So he throws it as hard as he can, like on Anheuser's, and it never comes back from him. But when he does it on an Anheuser, it's a great shot. Great shot.
I turn the thumb flat and I roll my wrist sometimes, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the Toro because the Toro just has more use. It's more stable. You can forehand flick it better. I'm gonna go with the Innova Toro, Champion Toro.
Okay.
I have the Champion Glow Toro.
Putter time, right?
Putting putter time. So you want baseline harp. I want Champion Glow Toro.
And I'm just gonna correct something. I said that Dynamic discs you make the best putters. You have a wide variety of great putters, but my favorite putter is the EV7 Phi, and I like to use it in the OG medium. Actually, the OG hard. I'll go OG hard. That is my favorite putter as of now. But yes, dynamic discs, you guys do make amazing putters. The Warden, the Judge, they're amazing and fantastic.
That came out of left field. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting you to go something like Judge.
I'm liking the Phi right now. I like the feel of it, and I like the round. Like I like the rim feel. It's very nice. The Luna is also great.
I'm thinking about the Penrose.
The Luna is also a great putter. I will say that. The Luna is also a great putter, but I'm gonna choose Phi.
Okay, so he went with Phi. I forgot there's no bead. The Phi
OG
is
hard.
rounded. Yeah, I went OG hard. Okay, I would say the Discraft Roach because I love the Roach.
He does love the Roach. He's had Brody Roaches for like a year and a half now, and they're still kicking.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to transition away from the Roach because I have a hard time without the bead because I like beadless, but without the it's hard to describe. Like you said, the Phi, it doesn't have a bead and it's very rounded edge. For me to get my pointer finger and get a grip on the bottom half of the smooth edged rim is kind of difficult. So that's why I think I would go with a Warden.
Okay, I will say like I said, the Warden and the Judge, they're great putters.
I'm going to go with the Warden because it has that slanted, angled bottom half on its rim. Makes it easier for me to get a grip with my pointer finger.
Do you put your pointer finger underneath them?
No. I
You used to, right?
Yeah, I used to, and then I had a putting. I got some advice from Drew Gibson. So.
Well, I love putting my finger underneath the rim.
So I will go with the. What's their baseline plastic?
Just go with the Prime Burst.
Yeah,
Prime Burst would be nice.
Prime Burst, yep. Prime Burst Warden.
So I already know what bag he's picking. So I'm just gonna.
No, we'll pick your bag.
Oh, I already know the bag he's picking. Everyone, I already know. I'm gonna pick my bag, the best bag ever, the Grip Equipment AX5. Best bag ever.
Grip AX5.
Best bag ever. And actually, to be honest, I kind of forgot what AX it is, but it's the biggest bag. I might have forgotten the AX. I don't know. You can correct me on this, on editing. But I don't know. But it's the biggest bag they have. I think it's the AX5. But yes. Best bag ever.
Wasn't expecting to go this much with dynamic because.
Also, the Ranger's my second favorite bag. If I'm looking for like just a day where I don't want a huge like wide thing on my back, I'm gonna choose the Ranger.
I was not expecting to go so much dynamic this round, but I did. And I'm going to. My favorite bag of all time that I've ever carried is the Dynamic Discs Commander bag. Yes, it's just the space it gives you. I had never been able to fit so many discs into one bag other than the Commander. The Commander just gives you so much space. You have pocket space for your personal things. You have putter pouches on the top, 2 slots, so you're able to put that in there. There's a phone slot. There's like a pen slot where you're able to put pen and Sharpies. So it's really great. So I'm gonna go with the Dynamic Discs Commander bag, and I got the USA like print on it, so it's really.
I like the sandstone-ish color.
Okay, well that
for the grip bag.
Right there concludes our draft. But just to review, I went in the Disc Drivers. I went Discraft. I went with a Force, a Nuke, and a Surge SS. You went Enforcer, Raider, and a Captain. And then when we got to the fairways, I went Firebird, T-Bird, and Leopard. And you went Felon, Escape, and Vandal. When we got to the mid-ranges, I took the Justice, the Truth, and the Bounty. And you took the Malta, the Buzz, and the Buzz SS. And then for our approach disc / stone putter, I took a Toro, and you took a baseline harp. You do the harp pretty well.
Yes.
And then for putters, I went with a Prime Burst Warden. You went with an OG hard EV7 Phi. And then I went with the Dynamic Disc Commander bag, and you went with the Grip AX5.
I am going to put this out here right now. Ladies and gentlemen, put down in the comments who you think won. In my opinion, that is my dream bag. But put in the comments who you think. Well, my dream team is what I just said. So put down in the comments who you think won. But I hope you all enjoyed this episode. We'll see you back next Thursday. God bless. God loves you. Have a great day. Bye.